back to your channel and welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk to you guys about, as you read by the title, like some of the assumptions of being a military wife and like some of the things that I didn't know I had was to deal with being a military wife. So first I'm gonna start with the assumptions, but before I go into that, oh my god, my tongue is very red. I'm sorry. I was drinking the I think it's the strawberry freeze from Taco Bell, so yeah, that's the reason. That was kind of like annoying every time I have to see the pink on my tongue. But let me just give you guys a little rundown. So my husband and I have been together for going on 4 years now, and coming January he will be serving 3 years into the military. So my husband joined the military before we even got married. We were dating before he joined the military, so I get to experience the whole journey with him, like basic training and all that, and like months away and all those things. So I get to experience everything with him. So I'm not like one of those persons who just like jump into this relationship. I get to experience everything. So I'm gonna tell you, I wrote down some things here that I didn't know that I would have to deal with being a military wife. So first thing, your ability to handle tough situation will rise exponentially. Like, I know I wasn't a soft person, but my ability to like deal with our situation, it's like it's up here right now. It's like I've grown to used to so much disappointments and like so much rough things in the military. It's like it's crazy. So that's that one. Another one that I didn't know was that at some point I was gonna feel lonely, wondering what the hell in the world did I just do with my life. It's like it's not even in the least saying regret. It's like you sit some days and like, what the hell did I get myself into? Because of the military schedules, the rules, the protocols, it's just the whole 9 yards. It's just everything. So that was another thing. And this one is kind of funny because I have experienced this one so much. It's like, it's crazy. You'll make a plan only to make a new plan over and over again. Guys, let me tell you. So the only thing I am sure of is whenever I made like my medical appointments to see my doctor or whatever, and even then it's sure, but it's not sure if my husband will be able to be there with me, because he can go in and tell them like, I'm sorry, that I have to be with my wife like next week, and they'd be like, okay, you're good, man. And then a day before, sorry man, you know, this came up, and it's like, do I have to reschedule this plan right now? It's like, it's crazy. But I didn't know that there was some kind of stuff that I was getting myself into. And another one, homecoming will feel like falling in love on a blind date. Guys, the longest Billy has been away from me was like 35 days. It felt like it was forever. And like the night when he was coming home, I like made this whole nice meal. I decorated the house. I do this whole extravaganza thing, and let me tell you, it felt like I've never seen him before, and we've only been talking over the phone, and now I get to see him in person. That's how it felt. It felt like, oh my god, you're here, you're real. It's like, of course he's real, but it's like, that's how it felt. And I didn't have any idea that that was the feeling it was gonna bring. So those are some of the things that I didn't prepare myself for. I didn't know, and trust me, those are basic. You have far worse. So now I'm gonna tell you guys some of the assumptions that people made in regards to being a military wife. And some, I can say that they have never been like directed to me personally, but I have seen where these were directed to someone around me or my close like colleagues or something that are like a part of their spouse or in the military as well. So I have seen this, but I'm just gonna tell you guys, and I think there's one in it that are very disturbing, and I can't help but think, why would someone assume that? But I'm gonna tell you guys. So the first one is, the assumption is that you're lazy and you don't want to work. As a military wife, you're lazy and you don't want to work. First of all, no one could have never, I'm not saying no one could have never, because I don't know if someone actually think that, but like when you grow up in a culture, when you grew up in a culture like mine, like you don't get to be lazy. You know, you don't get to be called lazy. I think Jamaicans, they're one of the most hardworking people on this planet. Let me tell you, they take the hardest work just to provide for their family and just to sustain themselves. They take the hardest work every time. But when it comes to military wives, I think especially moms, like when you have kids, you're being judged. Like if you decide to be a stay-at-home mom, it's like, oh, you don't want to work, I guess your husband is in the military, so you just want to stay home. And what they don't understand that sometimes both parents come together to make the decision that always probably best for their kids. You know, it's best if you don't work, I work, and sometimes decisions are made, you know. So, and not only that, sometimes it's so hard for military wives to get employed. I don't know why. Sometimes it's just so hard. And even if it's not, even if you get a job, it's like working different schedules with your husband. When you have a kid, it's like daycare is going to take everything up from you. So people don't understand how it is before making these assumptions. And honestly, I'm not a mom, but I feel bad. I feel real bad for those who have to deal with these things like every day. So that's one assumption. This is the one where it doesn't sit right with me, is that you're, as a military wife, you're uneducated. Girl, bye. Like seriously, I think some of the most educated people are military spouses. And I can defend my claim. The reason why is that being in the military comes with a lot of opportunities. And even though I did both my degrees being like without the military's help, like because of no benefit from my husband, like I had my degrees done before, I think the military offers a wide ranges of what the hell? I think the military offers a wide range of opportunities for military spouses and kids. Military spouses specifically can like get a certain loan or some what do they call it, like a trust fund? No, not a trust fund, I don't remember what it's called, but they can like get help through college based on their husband's GI Bill and all these things. So they can benefit from that, and most of them use the opportunity. I remember after doing my second degree, and then I came here and I was introduced to this program which is called the My CAA. It's a military program thing, and I end up getting a scholarship, and with that scholarship I could able to do 2 other certificates, and I was able to do a CMAA, which is a certified medical administrative assistant. They provide me with books, they provide me with examination fees, they provide me with like full ride learning and everything. And also I did another course, registered behavioral technician. So look at that. Even though I had 2 other degrees before, I was still able to add to my oh my god, what's the word, to my list of you know, qualifications and stuff like that. You know, I was able to add to that from being in the military, just being a military spouse. And the thing about that, you don't only get to like, oh, being a military spouse, so you get that. You have to qualify for it. You have to, your grades have to be up, your transcript have to be, you know, you have to qualify for it like that. You don't just get money thrown at you because you're a military spouse. So that's one thing that people don't understand. So the next time you think that military spouses are uneducated, just think again. Bear in mind, you have some that are just dumb and lazy and don't want to work, don't want to go to school, and just, what do they call them again? Dependopotamus or something like that. I heard my husband say that word. Tell me about that whole story about military wives being dependables, dependopotamus, and all that. Just being with someone just because of the military and the benefits. And then you can understand there. But the generalization being that everyone is like that is so unfair. So I just want to clear that part. That was the one that was mostly like attacking me. Like, what the hell? Like, no, I don't think so. So yeah, the third one is wow. The third one is you're entitled. This one, I can say, I personally does not portray those acts of entitlement, but it is very common. I see people go out and because they're a military spouse, they wanted to be treated differently. They wanted some kind of special request, and to me it's just pointless. It's like, you know, it's okay to feel proud of who you are, and you know that, okay, my husband served, and but don't use it to abuse power and abuse someone else by saying, you know, I think I deserve this treatment, or, you know, throw a fit with a server because they didn't give you the military discount, and oh, my husband. So this one is kind of like leaning that way for me. It's like, for the most part, it's true. They're very entitled. They can be very entitled, you know. So it's kind of like not an assumption. It's kind of like for the most part. But then again, it's only an assumption, you know. So, but that one, I have seen it happen way too often, you know. Okay, number 4, you're only here for the benefits. It kind of tied in with what I just said previously. First off, I know that doesn't apply to me because I have been with my husband before all this, before all the military, before all the, and I remember telling myself that I will never like be with someone, date someone who is in the military. For some reason it didn't sit right with me. It's like in my culture back home, it's like all they do is just get angry and then beat their spouse and then shoot themselves and commit suicide. I'm like, I don't want that kind of life, you know. Like, I don't want someone who's just gonna be constantly angry at me. And then I met my husband, and then I started panic, like, oh my god, he's gonna change when he get in the middle. And of course he changes in some way. He just get tougher and more, you know, but he's still the sweetest in regards to me. So I don't understand. I mean, the fact that you're only here for the benefit, it happens, you know. But I don't think it should be used as a big generalization that military wives are like just there for the benefits, you know. Because look at it that way. If you're married to a doctor, it's more than likely that you're on his insurance plan, his medical this and dentist and all that stuff. And for me, as someone who studied in government, like, if you're working with the government, there's certain things that you're literally like, you get away with, or you have access to, I should say, compared to just doing your regular 9-to-5 job or something like that, you know. So I can understand. So I never see it as, okay, I'm gonna be with this person because I can get this, I can do this, I can do that, you know. And the fun thing is, for like me and my husband, like, he wanted a life outside the military, you know. The military was just this foundation for us, you know. This is the quickest way to get us on our feet, get us stable, we save and we build our life up. What a lot of people don't do is that they join the military and they can't see nothing that they have achieved from it. After they get out, they become homeless or go back to their food split, what do you call their fast food job and all that stuff. I'm not talking down and fast food, but I'm like, if you got an opportunity to build, why not just make use of that opportunity, you know? So you can build a life, and even you can have great careers in the military, you understand? So that's one thing. That's another thing. So yeah, to actually put it out there and said that you're only there for the benefits, I wouldn't use that as a generalized term, you know. So the fifth one is like a joke to me. It's like, you cheat while your spouse is deployed. Sis, I don't even have friends here. Like, what the hell should I cheat on? Cheat with the neighbor's puppy? Because my neighbors are old. They're grumpy. So it's like, what is there? You know, there's no way you can use that as this big generalization, as this big generalized term that military spouses cheat. Because at the end of the day, no one knows except for that person what's going on the other side. You know, so sometimes all you have to do is just trust and work with your instinct. Like, I have never had the opportunity for my husband to like be deployed like overseas into a foreign land outside the US, and I was so grateful. And it's not because I'm worried about cheating, it's that I'm worried that the risk of my husband being there is 99% he probably won't come back, you know. So that was kind of a win-win for me. It's like, I know he wanted a medal probably to say he risked his life to serve that, and you know, it makes him proud and he can get a medal of honor and all these things. But what are you stopping me for?
You said going overseas, 99% chance I don't come back?
Yeah, isn't it that the
No.
percentage? What?
In the past almost 20 years that we've been in the Middle East,
Mhm.
there's only been about 7,000 people.
Oh, well, I guess my percentage was wrong. I thought...
Your percentage was very wrong.
Okay.
The chance of someone not coming back is very, 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 very slim.
Okay, very slim.
So,
okay, well, guys...
most of the time,
people come back. Okay, well, I'm glad. I'm glad for the clarification. So, guys, anyways, I didn't like the idea because they're putting their life at large risk over there, you know? So, I was glad. I was glad that he didn't, like, get to be out there. As I said, the longest he's been away from me is 32 days, and that was in... one time it was in Louisiana, and then one time he had a training event, I think, in Texas for like 3 weeks. So yeah, but I don't know, as I said, these are just general assumptions that people made about military spouses. And yeah, oh, one more thing that I forgot to mention about the what's it called, the things I wish I knew, is that the act of patriotism, it will be rooted in your brain. Like, literally, it's like you have this love for the people who serve, and everywhere you go, it's like you want to tell people thank you for your service. Before, I knew nothing about the military or my husband wanting to be in the military. I heard people say thank you for your service all the time, but it never really meant much to me. It was like, okay, I guess you're telling them thank you for serving. But after my husband joined the military, and it's like, I don't know where it comes from. It's just like a natural love for patriotism, and like those who serve. Memorial Day is a big thing for me. You know, all those holidays that celebrate the life of those we've lost during like those major war and stuff like that, fighting for the United States people's freedom. It's like all of those have now been like embedded in me to like be appreciative of it. And you can say, oh, you're not an American, you didn't born here, but being with my husband, I can't help but feel that way. So shame on you if you're an American and you can't feel that way. Because let me tell you, the 6 heroes that we have in Jamaica and the 1 Aaron, I am very proud of them. They didn't fight no big war with China and all that stuff, but they have given my country the chance to be independent from superiority. So that's a big deal for me. So it would be ashamed if all this was done for you guys' freedom, but you can't seem to appreciate it. And that's just my word, you know. So I'm gonna close out this video, but the next time you see a military wife, don't go at her with your assumptions, and don't think to yourself that, oh, she's just doing this just because, or I don't think she's educated, I don't think she even have a GED, I don't think she have that and that. Because most times military wives are more educated than you. They are. So just stop that. But anyways guys, I just want to thank you for watching, and I just wanted to come and give you guys that, because it's like, you know, our channel basically like it entails a whole spectrum of things, like from culture to food to job to careers, and it's like a whole range of things. I don't think we've involved our military life into it as much as we should. You know, my husband for one doesn't like talking about his job for some reason or the other, you know, but he's getting out. You know, what's the hurt in it? He's getting out in less than 3 months. So yeah. So guys, I just want to say thank you for your service, and oh my god, I'm telling the guys, thank them for their service. For anyone that's watching and you have served in the US Army or any military army, what the hell, or your country's military, thank you for your service. And yeah, and this is Sherry saying bye.